Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Now this week, I sat right on that piece of wood. Right, this week we've got a new battery for Chelsea's van. Now this is another sponsored video, so apologies, don't worry, it's not going to become a sponsored channel because trust me, I hate them too. But we needed a battery and EcoWorthy reached out and said, do you need a battery? And I thought, it's too good a timing because these two AGMs I fitted in here, which I kindly got used from Bluefix. However, in their previous life, they had been brought down to dead once, and well, that's all it takes to kill a lead acid / AGM. They're 200 amp hours each, that makes 400 amp hours, but again, you can only use 50% of lead acid, for those that know. So you've only got about 200 amp hours there, and nah, you've got about 5 there. It will barely charge the laptop, it barely powers the fridge that's in here, and it's one of those Dometic compressor ones, so yeah, it's not really working. We've got Victron equipment here, so it's all lithium compatible, it's all easy to swap over, but I say easy, I put the batteries in, built everything around, a bit like what we used to do at Bluefix, do a super compact system, because Chelsea said she just wanted it here. However, now we've got one smaller battery, I think it will fit around the things that I put in, but I'm gonna have to take out everything pretty much. Those controllers can probably stay in there. I've got a fuse box here that distributes the power to everything. It's a MIDI mega fuse box. They're great in my opinion. If you're doing a van, definitely fit one of these. Here's the little case for it. You've got a mega fuse which can power your inverter, and then you've got 4 MIDI fuses, so you can have solar, B2B, your fuse box, and something else. I don't know what we've got on here. Oh no, there's one free, yeah. In order to swap these over, as I say, simple case of just undoing all the work I did about 6 months ago. Let's talk about this beast for a second though. So this is a 280 amp hour, and you can use all of this. So already starting off better than that. This one does not have a built-in heater. You can only charge it between 0 and 55 degrees. However, as standard, you can discharge them as low as -20. Now, I've just downloaded the app and connected to it. It's got its own little app, a bit like every other battery does. But one thing that I think it has, now I could be wrong here, but I was looking in the instruction manual, which is obviously not much like me. In there, it said you could connect the BMS in here, which connects to your phone via Bluetooth, to Wi-Fi, and then it will send that data to the app via Wi-Fi. Say if you had Wi-Fi in the van, this van doesn't have Wi-Fi, but I might test it with my Wi-Fi in my van. But yeah, say you had Wi-Fi in the van, you could then connect, you could go onto the app, and the BMS in here would be sending the data to the app via the Wi-Fi, because you can connect the BMS to your Wi-Fi in your van. But as I say, this one doesn't have a heater. I don't know if they do batteries with heaters. I'll put it in here if they do. And the retail price for this at the moment, at the time of recording in February, I will also put the price here so you guys can see what you're getting in. You've got a 200 amp discharge on this, so that's pretty mega. You can probably use 2.5 kilowatts out of this. And 160 amp charging, so you can have your B2B and your solar on, no worries. You can probably have 2 kilowatts going in, that says in my head. But yeah, nice sticker there. This one is the front. Here you are, EcoWorthy. They claim it has a 15-year lifespan, so that's good to know. I'll let you know if they've got any warranty. Again, I'll put it on screen now. But right, I'm going to get my impact driver though and start just unscrewing it. I'm going to try and not disconnect many cables, but if I have to, I obviously will. So yeah, let's get on with doing this. I've got this relay here, which I quite like. I'll just say this on another note. Turns that on, which as you can see dims the lights down because there's no power, but that is the inverter, and it turns that relay on. Now, just to give you a idea of how bad these batteries are, it's light outside, I've got the lights on, oh there you go, and they're at 13.7 volts. It's miserable and almost raining, and that's not bad. 30 watts coming in, but as you see the voltage 13.6, right? But if I turn the solar off, charge it off. I can already see the lights dimming because look at that, 11 volts. And then let's turn the charger back on. Charger's back on and the voltage is probably back up to, oh, it's taken a while to kick in, but once it kicks in, that voltage will go straight back up again because these batteries are just screwed. Right, let's see if we can get this out before the camera battery dies again. Ready? Ah, fucking hell. It is really wedged in there. Right, that's both of those batteries out now. And I'm going to screw this panel back on because I think this one is going to be fine as it is. I'm trying to remember what screws went where now. So I think I'm going to stick the battery right in that back corner and lower this. Fucking cables, man. Right, there we go, we made it. All of these cables back here, they were sat on the old battery, which luckily these are about the same height, I think literally the same. However, getting all the cables back on top of the battery is proving not so easy. Right, this was the booklet I was on about. They show you how they fixture the cells, which is very interesting because I've built my own lithium battery, so I know all about this. A basic thing of, you know, where your battery voltage should be sitting and basic stuff. Little guidelines for the use of safe batteries, so probably worth a read through if you've never had a lithium battery. I must admit, it's quite a nice little kit. They give you all of this little stuff. They show you how it's all wired up, including inside the battery, so you know, you don't need to know that. Ah, something that's quite useful, a table of remaining capacity. Now obviously, as I said, there is an app that tells you what exact percentage you're at, but say it gets miscalibrated or something, you've got something there to judge it off. So yeah, all in all, really nice little thing. And then this is the app user manual, so this is all just about the app. And obviously it goes through different languages, so it's not actually that long. But from my first expectations, I'm very impressed. So they provide you with little, I think they're just normal 20mm M8 bolts, and we're just going to bob that in the negative. They're colour coded around the terminals, so easy enough to wire up. They come with these little rubber things, which I might actually put on actually, because they're very useful and safe. So you can just stick the cable through there and then bob that on there like that. I wouldn't really recommend doing it up with an impact driver. I would recommend doing it up with a normal 1/4 inch ratchet, not 1/2 inch, or 3/8, but you don't want to be doing it up with a massive 1/2 inch ratchet. Now I'm being a complete hypocrite there because I have a 1/2 inch ratchet, but I've done these terminals many a time. If you don't know, I did used to work at a... Once these are connected, I can see the lights getting dim and not dim, which means that this is connected. Right, I'm going to connect the rest of this up and I'll get back to you and show you through the app and stuff. Right, we're all connected and working, so let me show you this app. So I've connected and changed the settings on the solar, and we've got about 60 watts coming in, about 4 amps, as you can see there. We're at 30%, charging up, sitting at 13.3 volts. Lovely. And yeah, let me show you this app. So you download the app, and then you click here to add device, and you click the add device button, and then it will scan for new devices and show them in the area there. You can rename it by clicking this little edit button there, selecting which one you want to rename and clicking rename, and you can obviously delete it if you don't want it on your phone anymore. And then yeah, just click it, go into it, and it loads. Connected. 30%, 76 watts coming in, which is damn good. Look at that. Fucking 80 watts. There's the panels are 410 watts on the roof, and then it tells you how many exact amp hours you have left. It tells you the temperature, because this is going to get cold and this won't be able to charge when it goes below 0 degrees basically. You've got data over here, which is quite interesting. So it tells you well, basically the same stuff. But the thing I find quite interesting here, which won't be most interesting, is you can see the individual cell voltages, which is interesting for keeping them, making sure they're all around about the same, which they are all bang on, which is perfect. As I say, I'm very impressed with the quality of this battery and the quality of the app as well, because sometimes the app can really let the battery down, but this, if it does connect to Wi-Fi, which I will give it a go, let's give that a go, shall we? I'll come back to you in a sec. I may be wrong here, because it does say some models do not have this feature, so maybe it's another feature. So my bad, but either way, it is a very detailed manual, and it does tell you a lot of stuff, and it's all in pretty good English, if I'm honest with you. It's not in Chinglish. So yeah, there's your battery, and let's see if it's gone up a percent at all, because it's been connected for a bit now. It's a pretty big battery, 280 amp hours, 65 watts coming in, and it's not even really that sunny. It is a little bit sunny, but yeah, that is the installation of one eco-worthy 280 amp hour battery. I've got to put a button here so it doesn't slide this way, but otherwise we're bob on. Right, and that's my friends coming over, which is probably perfect timing because we're done here. Right, that was Judith and Craig. They popped by because they need a little bit of welding doing on their seat as they're travelling around. A little weld had snapped. And it was lovely to see them. They've got a 612 Vario, but quite an early one, a 1998 one, with the same engine as Rose. Just with a turbo bolted to it and a few other alterations, but the same engine block. Interesting, which I did already know. But I just thought, before I end this video, back to relevance, we've got this hob here, which is not an induction hob, it is a normal ceramic hob, so it works without the pan on it. So I'm just going to see if it works now on the new, because before it wouldn't run it. Basically, it was working in the summer when the sun was coming in, but since winter we've not been able to power this hob at all on this old battery. So I'm going to turn the inverter on, which works. You can hear it whirring away, and then we're going to turn one of these up. Let's start with this bottom one. There we go. And if we get to the app, we did charge 1% today, by the way. This is starting to glow red. If we go into the app, it was on 31%. It might have gone down. No, we're still on. Right, there we are. We're on 31%, as you can see, and we got 1.5 amps disappearing. If I turn this up one, because this is now already up to temperature. There we go. Now you can see it's pulling 1200 watts and 100 amps from the battery, and this is now glowing red. There you go. Now if I turn it off, there we go, and look at that, still on 31%. Beautiful. And then the voltage goes right back up to where it was, back to 13, which is not what could be said about those old AGMs. But that is nice to know that works. And you can turn the inverter back off, and job's a good one. Now, if you want to buy one of these 280 amp hour batteries, the link will be down below. I don't know if they've sent me any affiliate links where I earn a few quid. I don't think they have. So yeah, I won't be getting anything from it. But if you want to buy one, then by all means, links are down below. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. As you can see down here, all the electrics are nice and tidy again. We've got all of this screwed back together. We've got a slot with some actual space here now. And you know, you could take this battery out if it ever needs to come out, which I'm undecided. We might just keep it in here to give the value of the van more, because we will be selling this van. So if you are interested in buying a Vauxhall Movano painted green with an induction hob and a log burner and a lithium battery and Victron equipment, it's only done about 150,000 miles. The engines on these are pretty solid. The worst bit about them is the gearbox, but in terms of rust, this has not got any pretty much. So it's a pretty tidy little van. So if you are interested, I think the sale price is going to be about 10 to 15 grand, but open to offers as well. But yeah, just in case you're interested. But yeah, that is the 280 amp hour LiFePO4 12.8 volt lithium iron phosphate battery. Obviously not had any real world tests with it like I would like to do, but obviously just stay tuned. But I don't have any doubts in it. I'm very impressed with the build quality. As I say, they've packed the cells, as they've said in this little leaflet here. So they've given them a fixture, so they're not going to bloat and stuff through use. and I am being very honest, completely very impressed and happy with the build quality of this battery and how it's performing. Yes, it's shipped on 30%. Most batteries are shipped between 30 and 50%. They're usually below 50%, so it's going to take a bit of driving around and stuff because we've got the 30 amp Orion, so it's going to take a little bit of driving around before it gets up to voltage. But yeah, stay tuned, stay subscribed if you would like to see, because we do take this van on lots of trips, because Rose is currently off the road, but only for another 2 weeks now. But we have got one more trip planned down to Glasgow. If you are interested to see how this battery does, then stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe, drop a comment down below, let me know what you thought about this video, and I will see you in the next one. Be sure to check out the links below if you want to see it, and subscribe if you're not already.